Hey y'all, welcome to the Style Chronicles. I thought I would share my holy grail makeup items with you guys, mostly because I just came back from a little weekend trip and all of my makeup is packed up. So I thought I would just go through it. This is the stuff that I would use every day, no matter the occasion. I do have some things that I favor for special occasions, but these are my go-tos for everything, like everything. And definitely, I think whatever you would pack with you when you go on vacation is definitely one of your go-to things. So everything that I have is in here, and I'm gonna try and go through the brushes as well, just so that you can see the brushes that I use or that I favor. So first things first, I have my foundation. MAC Studio Fix Fluid in NC15. I have the pump that I purchased with it. This is my everyday foundation. I love this thing. If I want a little bit more coverage, I'll mix in some Estee Lauder Double Wear, and if I want totally flawless foundation for something like a very fancy event, then I will just wear the Estee Lauder Double Wear by itself. But this is my everyday foundation and I absolutely love it. Next would be my concealer, and my favorite concealer right now is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I love this. I have the shade Fair. Absolutely love it. I love to do a V underneath my under eyes and then just pat it in. It creates this like flawless, almost airbrushed effect wherever I apply it, and I love it. I feel like it fills your pores in. I don't know, it just makes my face look so smooth. So I love that. That is my absolute favorite. And I set with Coty's Airspun powder in translucent. I always set there. And I like this powder a lot because it's kind of multi-purpose. You can use it to set anything like creams that you put on your face, but you can also use it to bake to bring out that contour a little bit more. So because it's translucent, it can be used for both colors. This is just a Revlon one. I have a Chanel one that I love, but I have to get new pads for it, and that's kind of been the frustration there. Also, lashes, I have on a pair of 120s right now, and I always take a backup. These are the Ardell Double Wispies in Double Up. So there's 2 rows of lashes instead of just one. But I love those, and Ardells I feel like are just easy. They're easy for me, they fit my eye, they're not too long, they're perfect, I don't have to trim or anything, so I like that very, very much. Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Chocolate. This is what I create my eyebrows with. Now I go messy. I go heavy and I go messy, and then I go in and I clean it up with concealer. So that is my absolute favorite pomade or eyebrow product. And I take my eyeliners, these are the Marc Jacobs gel liners, the Highliner matte gel eye crayons. I have brown, which is earth, and then I have this teal color in case I want to do a pop. These I take with me everywhere. I absolutely love them. I love them for my waterlines. They're my favorite waterline pencils, and I like the fact that there is a built-in sharpener in the back, so you don't have to carry a separate one. It's just there. So I like that a lot. I also had my Urban Decay liners in Glam Rock and Midnight Cowboy. These I take just in case I want to glam up a little bit. So if I wanted to add glitter to my looks, I took a very basic eyeshadow palette. This is what I was going to glam up with. And then my favorite eyelash glue, the House of Lashes eyelash adhesive. Love this stuff. I don't think I have to tell you how much I love that. It's just fabulous. For contour, this is my favorite contour kit. It's the Smashbox contour palette. It's got a contour shade, a bronzer, and a highlight in one. Absolutely love this. I don't even have to tell you how much. I've already hit pan on all of them. I have one on backup because I just love the colors. This bronzer is perfect for my skin. It's not too muddy, not too red, not too brown. It's just perfect. The contour is not gray. It just looks natural for me, and I can really go in and create angles if I want to and just, you know, really jazz up my face. And then this for a highlight, which just is kind of the color of your skin with a little bit of shimmer. It's not a in-your-face highlight, it's a very natural look. But this is the light. There's 2 shades of these Smashbox highlight or contour palettes, and I have the light version of it. Absolutely love this. I don't think I've mentioned this for well over probably a year in any of my videos, but this is what I contour with on a daily basis just because it's here. It's so easy. My Anastasia palette I feel like is bulky and big, and this is just easy to have on hand. Okay, so for blush, I have my favorite one right now, which is the Tarte Party Blush, which came in my Sephora birthday package this year. I love this blush. I don't know what to say about it. I'm not a fan of Tarte blushes usually. I have a bunch of them, but they're not my go-tos. MAC has always been my go-to blush, or NARS, and you know, I have other brands that I prefer, but this one particularly, the shade I just love. I have it on today, and I just love it. It feels good. It feels natural. I feel like I could wear it with anything, so it feels like I could, you know, just pack this and be happy. because I like to change my lip color up so much. And then for an extra kind of pop, because you guys know I add to my apples all the time, I have MAC Sweet for My Sweet Extra Dimension Blush, which is a beautiful, beautiful shade. It's kind of a rosy, tan rosy shade, which is pretty. And this is the Party blush, which I absolutely love. And you can see it's just pale, but it's really, really pretty color. I love that color. So those two. And then for highlight, I have MAC's Extra Dimension Skin Finish in Beaming Blush, which is my absolute favorite highlight right now. I love it. And I love icy, I have a hair here that is, there we go. I love icy kind of white, pale highlights, like right here on my cheekbone. But I've been loving this kind of rosy shade lately. It's just so pretty and feminine. It's got a little bit of gold in it. And I know my swatches suck really badly. You really can't see them. But I absolutely love this for highlight. It's so pretty. Okay, and then like I said, Coty Airspun to set. That's what I love to set everything with. Right now I have on the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I have that red ochre, no, the Venetian red. Yeah, Venetian red is the color I put everywhere. It's kind of a fuchsia shade. And then I did put some Vermeer in the very center and a little bit of the Cypress Umber on the outer corner. Love this still. It's still going strong for me, even though I'm kind of gravitating towards very cool, very dark, smoky, saturated colors for fall. This I'm still absolutely loving every second of every day. So I love this, what I have on today. But what I took with me on our little trip was just this. This was the only eyeshadow palette that I took on our trip, and it was Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye. And this is just kind of my go-to palette. I know I can create a smoky eye, I know I can do a cut crease, I can create just a neutral kind of, you know, eye look. I can really jazz it up if I want to, and I can add those glitter liners in if I want really, really like something, you know, statement-y or just fun for evening or something. So I love these. I usually use these two all neutral, you know, colors, and then I'll add in that black or that white for highlight just to create a depth in the outer corner. I very rarely touch the two very cool grayish colors, but these are my favorite for just everything. So this is my go-to palette, and that's what I traveled with, and I absolutely love. Okay, so for brushes, because I can't, the Voluminous Butterfly Mascara by L'Oreal. I love the brush on this. It's wide and it kind of gets every single lash. I love. My absolute favorite eyeliner is the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Eyeliner. I love the flick that I can create with it, and it stays and it's black, and I love that. And then to set my eyebrows, the Brow Gal by Tanya Crooks, just clear brow gel, which I absolutely love. Okay, so I showed you the Sigma F80, which I use for my foundation. Absolutely love that brush. It's easy for me to go in and just create whatever look I'm going for. For my concealer that I use is the MAC 287, which is this one. It's a duo fiber one. I use this to place concealer, so I can, you know, drag it. So that Tarte Shape Tape, I'll create the triangle and then kind of flick it up to fill in the area, and that's what I use just to get it on underneath my eyes, like under here on my under eye. And then to buff it in, I don't use my fingers. I never touch my fingers to my concealer because I feel like it just pulls it, it keeps it, doesn't place it and set. This is just a Coastal Scents buffing brush, and that's what I use to just go in and dab that concealer out, and it works like the pad of my finger very, very well. And then to set, I go in with my Real Techniques setting brush. Okay, so for my brows, I use my MAC 266 brush. It's very, very small. I love this brush. That's what I draw my brows on with to brush them up. This is the Sonia Kashuk eyebrow brush. It is broken. I need to replace it. It actually fell and broke on this trip, so that's next up to be replaced. And then this just concealer brush is what I use to go in with concealer and clean up edges, and I love doing that. For bronzing my face, I use my MAC 109, and that's what I use a Smashbox bronzer for, is just to go in and bronze up the outer areas of my face. To cut my contour, I use my NARS Ita. It just gives me a perfect, very precise straight line, and I absolutely love it. For my nose, right in here, just to kind of create that contour, I use the Mini Angle Brush by B Cosmetics. Love that, it's small enough. And then to highlight and my blush, I use these two brushes. So for blush, I use the 168 by MAC, the angled, and that's what I go in and do all my blush with, whatever colors and however many I mix. For highlight, the Anastasia A23 highlight brush, absolute favorite, just gets right in there and goes down the center of my nose. And then to set everything with powder, the Coty powder again, the Heavenly Luxe Wand Ball Powder Brush by IT Cosmetics, just perfect fluffy brush that I love to just go in and kind of just smooth everything out and pull everything together. For my eyes, specifically for my eyes, this is what I create a contour with. It's the Morphe M441. I just go right into that crease and create one. Then I go in and make it deeper with my MAC 221, which I concentrate here and then kind of flick in. I also create darker shadows with this brush and go inward. And then all over, before I started, I know I said I set my powder. It's this one. It's just an eyeshadow brush. It's a Coastal Scents one that I absolutely love. It's just a large eyeshadow, and I go in and create that even crease, which I should have said first, but I didn't, sorry. And then to blend everything out, my MAC 224, so I just go in and blend all the colors together. Blending is very important to me. And then if I want, like for that Vermeer today, I applied in my inner area, I use a MAC 233 brush just to dab that in. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Then for my highlight, this is just a basic, it's from Target a long time ago. It's a medium shadow brush. I just use that to go in and highlight. And then right now my MAC 219 is missing. I cannot find that thing. I don't know if I left it somewhere or what I did with it. So for right now I'm using this basic brush to just go in and clean up under here, but usually I use my MAC 219 pencil, so I'm gonna have to replace that, which I'm sad about because that was like the first brush I ever bought when I was a teenager. I've had it for that long, but anyway, I go in and clean up with that. So that is kind of what I pack. I know it's excessive, but one thing that I don't skimp on when I am on vacation or anywhere at any point in my life is my makeup. And I will tell you, it does not get packed in a suitcase at any point in time. These two things are on my person at all times until I get to a hotel and I get checked in. And then I will feel comfortable leaving them unattended. But in the meantime, they are on me in my bag, in my handbag, until I get to that destination. Just because I feel like without my makeup, I'm not me. So it's like my blanket, I guess. Yes, you talking to Cracker? Yes, hold on, honey. So I know it's excessive, and my husband's like, really, you don't have to. I do. I have to carry it around so that I know it's with me, because if it gets lost, I just feel like replacing all of my brushes and each one of my cosmetics is a small fortune. It's, you know, stuff that I've collected over the years that I absolutely love, and if it was to get lost by, you know, in a bag somewhere or taken or anything, I would not. I'd be so devastated because I feel like this is how I create me. So yes, and that's one thing that I do not skimp on when I am on vacation. My makeup is always done. I always look like me to myself. And I know that's excessive. You're supposed to enjoy yourself on vacation, but I can't. If I don't look like me, I can't enjoy myself. So yes, I do take a lot of stuff. I feel like I just take a lot of brushes. My makeup in general is very pared down. I take one of everything that I might need. You know, so one eyeshadow palette, one blush, one highlight, and then the contour, and that's it. And like I said, it's way more brushes for me than it is makeup, but that is what I take. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope I answered a lot of your questions that I get on a day-to-day basis about my makeup products in general, or things that I have when I post on Instagram, things that I have on. So I hope that gives you a little bit of insight into what I do to my face every day, or the products that I use on a daily basis that you will see on my face in all of my videos, but I very rarely ever talk about. Like that Smashbox contour. I don't think I've ever talked about that, and somebody asked me about it, and I thought, wow, if you didn't know I used it, you wouldn't know. You know, like, it's not something that I'm in your face about all the time. So just thought I would share those things with you. Thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate it very much. Bye-bye. Yes, honey? You want what? No, excuse you. I heard that. I heard that. Excuse you. You silly girl. Look, Mommy can put all her makeup up now. I can put it all away now.